Hello, everyone. Happy Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are on this amazing planet. And man, I know, I saw you day before yesterday, but I saw some of you reaching out for help, and I am here. And just always remember that I follow the energy. I'm going through this too with you guys. You're never alone. Never, never, never. This is why the Love Train community exists. And just know that I'm hoping to give you some clarity around it today because I'm finding that this week, a lot of the energies that are coming forward and things that people are experiencing really very little of it has to do with the Schumann. It has more to do with the Who Man. Let's go. Let's jump into this. All right, here we go. So, first and foremost, I did not get a chance. I've been going full steam all day today. Did not get a chance to go in and see who is new today. But if you are new to the Love Train, to this amazing community, please let me know in the comments below because I absolutely need to give you some love on the next update. And also, this way you can cross connect with others who are shining their light in your area of the globe. So, but a warm, warm welcome. And, my OGs, you guys know I love you guys inspire me to come in here and do this. And I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it because for a long time I was talking to myself. Maybe I still am, but they're telling me otherwise. All right, here we go. So let's take a peek. So that was yesterday. You can see it went a little calm in here. However, see, this is one of the things, this is deceptive because there hasn't been a lot of calm in the let's say in the ascension. I call them sensations, symptoms, because we are the things that are being healed right now, the parts that are being healed right now have to do with identity. And then there's going to be these stubborn human habits that we have where we're still trying to hold on to a piece of that. And it was a false identity. It's not your truth. And so it's kind of like a tug of war between like the ego and your source and all kinds of fun stuff. But here's the thing, we're winning. We are winning. No matter how you feel today, we're winning, I promise. So we got into this stitching pattern. This is more integration. So it's interesting. There was a little break, more integration. And by the way, though, this, I didn't even need to look at this morning because I woke up, it felt like there was a cranial excavation going on in my third eye, and it's still going on right now. But when so at 3:30 in the morning, I got up and was all I heard was water, water, water. Interesting. So please hydrate because this, by the way, is an activation. These are activations. There's so many that have been newly awakened. And the way that gets reinforced is their intuition gets a little bump, get some love, so they can start to feel that, right? Because we need, a lot of times, the noodle needs information, right? The noodle needs proof. But when it comes from intuition, it's a knowing. It's a knowing. We're not out soliciting truth. We're not taking polls. And those of you who are, if you're receiving information that feels true to you, this is coming from, woo. If you receive information that feels true to you, trust it, practice trusting it. They're saying don't go, if you start doing surveys and then saying, oh, which one feels, seems true, okay? You are now distrusting your own intuition, and that's our guide moving forward. So just be aware. Basically, how I would interpret that is don't make noodle soup. Okay. You feel something intuitive, go with it. Go with it. And we all know the difference because here's how you can usually tell because you feel it, it comes in, and then the noodle tries to get in going, no, let's throw in some fear and doubt and just mesh that whole thing up. So then you go, okay, let me try to verify this. Okay. So that is an old habit from the 3D. So start to recognize that this is enhancing all intuitive gifts are coming forward. Those who have been awakened more are finding just more and more, just all their gifts coming with ease and new ones coming online that I had no idea we're even there. So the gifts continue to come. And yes, it's gifts plural. They're very clear on that. All right. So now I want to talk about like not just this, it's really everything that's behind my melon. All of that. What is it doing? It's causing dirty air, I call it. So you're going through some turbulence right now. The energies, I did a quantum healing last week, which just knocked me out. It was Sunday. I couldn't even stay awake for it. That's how much was processing. And then I had to go back and do it again and again and again. And what I do is my process is that I keep doing it until it doesn't knock me out. So I don't recommend this for everyone because it's draining. Yeah. But, I'd like to drink from a fire hose. That's just me. So, but one of the things that came forward, and it's a big thing, is this. So our, before we awakened, okay, before we awakened, we thought we were in control, right? We thought the noodle is where our safety lies. We thought the noodle is where our abundance lies. The noodle, right? The noodle got so much, but the only thing the noodle was doing was making noodle soup. That then when you got it, you worried about losing it or defending against someone taking it from you. And then, oh, how am I going to provide for all these people I love? Because instead of seeing them as powerful conscious creators in their own right, you wrote them off as, oh no, she's useless. Oh no, they really need me. Right? How many of us told that story to ourselves? It was a story. Oh no, they need me because I know stuff. I know stuff. So I'm going to help them. And then what happened is, as Ascension started to happen, what used to work for us in the past didn't work. It had to crumble, didn't have a real foundation. Okay. So that's one part. So just know that their identity their identity energies that think they're you, but it's not the truth of who you are. You're a source creator focused into a body. You're a soul focused into a body, having an experience. Okay. So this is super important. So for anybody that's so what is this doing with the mind? I know I've heard lots of people are having like scary dreams, really vivid dreams that don't make any sense. Also, heat in the body, pressure in the sinuses, teeth aching, back aches, all of this. And so it's kind of wherever in your human body these energies are deeply ingrained is probably where it's throwing some symptoms at you, but it's all being healed. It's falling away. And so the body, though, our bodies have now are more naturally grounding with Gaia. And when I say we, I'm talking about you guys that are here and others who are awakening and really taking this opportunity to focus on their own energy and where I'm and really taking responsibility in their own ascension. And I don't say the others aren't, they're just not aware that the opportunity exists, right? So I'm not saying this with judgment. I'm just saying that for those of you doing this work, and if you're here listening to this message, it's you. So you're more naturally grounded with Gaia. And this is why, as we continue to go outside, it feels better and better. So that connection is super strong. And by the way, it's a symbiotic relationship. So every time you connect with her, you help her and vice versa. Okay. And then now what we're working on, like in the focus group, is expanding that energy out from our hearts and from her heart out to the cosmos, because the more we expand from here on Earth, the quicker we close the gap in the energies. So I know this is a lot for the noodle, but just main things that my guides wanted to bring forward was that the identity energies who thought they were you are falling away. Now, we didn't say they were playing nice because their whole job, like they're fired now, but they're going back to love and light because that's where they feel safe. So it's cool. We're all returning to where we feel safe. Just right now, where it feels like we're going through a tornado to get there, or a cranial excavation, right? And it's like, okay, I trust you. This is the way to safety. Let's do it. Just get it on. Get on with it. Get on with it. So, other thing I want to bring up. This is another thing, because for those of you who feel like you're in a fog, like today, so I wrote my notes down today. I wasn't even going to attempt this because I was having waves of fog where I just stood there like, What did I say I was going to do next? Yeah, it's been that kind of a day, but it's all good. We're being upgraded. Okay. So one of the things that's happening is inorganic timelines are collapsing. All the fear timelines. So we falsely created these realities on inorganic timelines. Those are, when we say timelines are collapsing, it's the inorganic ones simultaneously. Okay. So inorganic collapsing simultaneously. Our higher organic timelines, we're accelerating, our consciousness is accelerating, and so that we have access to the higher, right? So the universe loves a void. So when this collapses, this is like, woo, let's go. So this energy gap in our body, in your emotions, is all getting stirred up at the same time. What? I know, I know. I'm in it too, guys. I'm in it too. But I have to tell you, but when I plug into, I know who I am, take those breaths. This is all for me. Whatever you're looking at, whatever you're facing, if something's blowing up, including it could be a relationship, it could be your job, it is blowing up for you. And when you get into that peaceful state and ask for what, please show me what's in my best and highest good. Just try it, because your soul is just waiting for you. Your guides are waiting for you to give up that free will where you're trying to hold on to the old identity, and so that they can support you. And it really does help when you start to trust in the process. So, and this is important too for, I know it's very tempting when we have access to a bunch of different modalities and reports like this, always feel, right? This feels right to me. This is resonating with me. But if you go a step further and then go, let me try to prove it, now you've gone from infinite intelligence to the noodle. And now you're, so be aware of that and just know, okay, this feels good. Now, can you have multiple ones that feel good? 100% yes. Just make sure it feels good. And what's your reason? Oh, this resonates with me. So does this. That's perfect. But if it's, let me see if this is true. Now you're back in that, you're back in noodle soup. But not to worry, because that's one of those false identities that's packing up their stuff and on the way out. But they're just, like I said, they're not going quietly, let's just say. And for some of this, there's going to be an echo. There's going to be an echo energy that lingers for a little bit. So for me, what's happening is this has not been like a dreadful time for me, but I get like a spike of all of a sudden something, emotion comes up, and then it quickly goes. And then I get like the solar plexus where, like, yesterday tried to get one on me, and I was like, oh no, no, I'm taking 4 deep breaths, y'all. And we're going to chill out. And it worked. So see, the more we step into our power and know who I am and do the breathing, pile the water in, pile the water in. Water is our friend, and it absolutely helps with the integration. And anyone or anything that's triggering you, please know that that's happening for you too. What do you need to look at? Be the observer of it instead of going, why does this person keep coming at me? Or is there a conversation that you're avoiding? Avoidance is also dense energy. It takes energy to avoid someone. So really look at these and then speak your truth. Speak your truth. Be careful about trauma bonding. There's a lot of people right now, their traumas are coming forward. And if they're not doing this work, right, they're not aware that they're awakened yet, then they're ring, ring, ring. And now they're telling you they're your trauma, and oh, now you gave your energy away. Second, now, how do we have, you have complete compassion, but don't give your power away to it. And the best thing you can do is just say, you know what, I'm so sorry you're feeling this way, but what can I do to make you feel better? How can I make you feel better? I don't feel like repeating this it's gonna kind of keep it alive, is, one way you can handle it. Okay. So just a little bit of advice there, because there is a lot of stuff coming up, and you're not being rude, and you're not practicing compassion. Practicing compassion, remember, you have to give it to yourself first. Don't deny yourself love in the moment. And under no circumstances do you want to give your power away for any reason. And the best way we help anyone and everyone and the planet and the cosmos is to give it to ourselves. In giving and receiving it, and when you receive it, you actually simultaneously give it to others, because we are radiating little light beams, not little light beams, we're massive light beams. And we're starting to see that and feel that. Okay. I know that's a long explanation, but I don't mess with it at 3:30 in the morning when they give me stuff. You're going to hear all of it. Okay. Let's peek at the chakra chart. Okay, so here we can see, I'll move the melon out of the head. See, that was that little calm. But again, this is where people were still having a lot of charged up dreams, sensations in the body everywhere. Heat in the body is one that's a lot of stuff that's releasing around this ego consciousness is really deep. And then here, boom, we can see this was that heavy, higher frequency light that came in. And you can see like this is the what I'm referring to as in my case a cranial excavation, but it really isn't. It's really an activation. And I'm just sitting here like this, ready to receive my gifts. Let's go finish up with that buzzsaw already so my head can feel better. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to go ground in Gaia. I'm going to put my feet in the sand and then put my whole body into the Sea of Cortez, because for me, that's my heaven on earth. That's what I want to create. And I wish for each of you a beautiful day of what does your heaven on earth look like, feel like, smell like, right? There's another side of this, and it's conscious creation. I love you guys so, so much. Please keep the comments coming, and let me know I can help you. And if you're having a rough time, seek guidance, please. If this is really, really overwhelming you to the point that your day to day is tough, seek some guidance. Okay. It exists in many ways. Okay. Love you dearly. I'll see you guys when the energy calls, which I have a feeling could be on the weekend because there's light coming our way. Ciao.